Welcome to the final video for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2022, the Mandola build. In this video, I'm going to spend about 3 minutes summarizing the steps taken in chronological order to build the Mandola. And we started off with some raw materials, basic wood, basic parts. We took those and we started working. We joined up the top, we joined up the back, cut them to thickness. We set up our neck blank, we bent the rosewood sides, and we fit them into a form to hold the shape. After that, we installed blocks, we installed kerfing, we installed braces on the top, we installed braces on the back as well, and then we shaved the braces on the top. We then glued on the top, and after that we pre-installed the electronics because of the lack of access once the assembly was done. We created inlays and set them into the Macassar ebony both in the head plate and the fingerboard. We made a dovetail joint. This is just a sliding dovetail joint for the neck and the body. Very simple joint. We then cut binding channels on front and back of the body and in the corners. We glued binding onto the fingerboard, and then we glued the fingerboard to the neck. We carved the neck, always a fun time, and then we pounded in the frets, and then we worked on getting the edges angled off and crowning and polishing the fret tops. Then we glued on the binding, which the rosewood is a real problem. We decided on a color, got the top stained, and then sprayed on a couple of coats of shellac. From there, we glued the neck into place, and then we completed the finishing on the instrument. Now we had to make a bridge, and we did that from scratch, carving out all the different sections for the strings to rest in. We had to make a nut out of bone. And then we got ready. We set the bass intonation on the bridge, installed the tuners, and then we had a finished mandola. Front view, little view of the headstock with the tuners installed. Nice shot of the body and the sides, which came out probably the nicest on the finish was the sides and the back. Now that you've seen the process, we'll get into giving you a little sound sample, and I apologize because I am not a mandola player. I'm trying to learn the mandola, but I do play a little mandolin, and some of the chord shapes and patterns do fit the mandola. Well, it is done. Here it is, all set up and ready to play. I don't actually, never played a mandola before. I do play a little mandolin, so what I'll do is I'll just translate some of those songs onto the mandola. That's a tough one to translate because that was in the same key, but if I play it in the fifth down as the mandola does. got quite a nice tone to it. Now just some information about a mandola. A mandolin is similar to a violin. The tuning is the same. It has frets, a violin doesn't. You play a violin with a bow. But the mandolin is to the mandola like the violin is to the viola. And there's also another instrument. The next step up is a mandocello, which by pretty obvious that it's similar to a cello. So a lot of folks play violin and mandolin. They can switch between the two instruments. I liken, if you're a guitar player, a mandola is tuned a fifth lower than a violin, much like a baritone guitar. So it's a little bit of a learning curve that I'm going to have, but it shouldn't be too bad because it all translates. The chord shapes are the same, they're just different chords. On a mandolin, this would be a G chord. On the mandola, it's a C chord, fifth lower. A mandola is tuned C, G, D, A, where a mandolin is tuned G, D, A, E. So technically, these three strings are tuned the same as the top three strings on a mandolin. So just don't use that as a trap. I did electrify this mandolin. I installed a pickup. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it sounds through a Fishman Loudbox 100, straight in, no buffers or preamps. Here it is through the amplifier, no effects. Now I'm going to play it. I've added a Fishman preamp, which I think it really improves the sound. There you go. Mandola build is done. Thanks for watching all the videos, and hopefully we'll see you next year.